Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. In this video, we are going to look at the concept of respiration, inhalation, and exhalation. Inhalation and exhalation are the two different types of respiration. So let's look at them one after the other. So what is respiration? Respiration is a vital biological process that provides energy for living organisms. So it's one of the very important biological processes that take place in our body, and the major aim of respiration is to generate energy or to provide energy in the body of living organism. And it involves the exchange of gases. So usually this respiration, it involves the exchange of gases where the gases are primarily oxygen and carbon dioxide within the body. So in respiration, we take in oxygen and we release out carbon dioxide. And understanding the concept of respiration is very fundamental in studying biology and human physiology. So these are the different types of the respiration where we have exhalation and inhalation. And as we can see that from this respiratory structure, there are three different components where we have level 1, 2, and 3. So level 1, you can see in the structure is a lung, and then 2 is ribs. There are ribs, and then the last one, which is 3, is called diaphragm. So these are the three very important components of respiration in the body of living organism. So now the next thing that we are going to start is inhalation. So what is inhalation? Inhalation is a process of drawing air into the lungs through the respiratory system. So inhalation is one of the processes that involve taking in air to the lungs through the process of respiration. That is inhalation. That is when inhalation is a process that involves taking in oxygen, that is drawing air. So during the process of this inhalation, the diaphragm usually contracts and moves downward, creating a vacuum. So the action allows oxygen-rich air to flow into the alveoli where gas exchange occurs. So this respiration, it involves the oxygen-rich air to flow into the alveoli. And alveoli is a part of our body, or is a part of the lungs where the gas exchange occurs. And as we can see from this diagram, during inhalation, the diaphragm usually contracts and moves downwards. While in the case of exhalation, the diaphragm relaxes and moves up. So that is one thing that we need to understand. So the diaphragm contracts and it moves down. So then what is the role of the alveoli? And alveoli are tiny air sacs in the lungs where oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange takes place. So truly speaking, or strictly speaking, an alveoli is an air sacs that is found in the lungs. And the major function of these lungs is to allow the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen. So that is exactly where the gaseous exchange takes place. It takes place in the alveoli. So this is the alveoli. So an alveoli are tiny sacs in the lungs, as you can see, where oxygen and carbon dioxide are exchanged between the lungs and the bloodstream. And they are very important because it is here that the gases diffuse between the air in the alveoli and the bloodstream. So this is where the gaseous exchange takes place, the alveoli. So they provide a large surface area to maximize the efficiency of gas exchange. So these alveoli always trying to provide a large surface area in order to maximize the efficiency of gaseous exchange. So these thin walls of the alveoli, it facilitates the diffusion of gases between the air and the blood. So in the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, the alveoli is a part of the lungs that allow gaseous exchange and It is the role of the alveoli to provide large surface area to maximize the efficiency of gas exchange. And the alveoli, it has a thin walls which facilitate the diffusion of the gases between the air and the bloodstream. So now the next thing is the process of exhalation. So what is exhalation? Exhalation is the process of expelling air from the lungs back to the atmosphere. So in the case of exhalation is when you are expelling air out or to the environment or into to the atmosphere from the lungs. And then it occurs when the diaphragm relaxes and moves upward. So this is what actually happens. So in the case of exhalation, the diaphragm relaxes and it moves upward, reducing lung volume. So usually during this relaxation and moving upward of the diaphragm, the volume of the lungs usually reduce. So this is the exhalation. As we can see, the process of taking air out of the lungs, that is exhalation, and it occurs where air pressure inside the body is greater than the outside. So the diaphragm relaxes, creating less space in the lungs. This creates high pressure. So rib cage muscles relax, causing the rib cage to shrink. And that is how air expelled from the body. So the carbon dioxide is a waste product of metabolism, is released during this phase. So during this exhalation, carbon dioxide is a waste product that usually are expelled from the lungs to the atmosphere. So what are the importance of respiration? Respiration is very essential for cellular metabolism, providing energy in the form of ATP. So one of the important things of respiration is involve ATP production. That is the energy currency in the body of living organism. And it helps them maintain body's pH balance by regulating carbon dioxide levels. So it helps in homeostasis of the pH, that is to maintain the body's pH as a result of regulating the amount of carbon dioxide level. And then this cellular respiration, it is, you see, this is how it takes place, where glucose is oxidized in the presence of oxygen, both in plant and animal, to generate ATP. So efficient respiration is crucial for overall health and well-being, affecting all bodily functions. In conclusion, understanding the mechanisms of respiration, inhalation, and exhalation is crucial for health, and these processes are interconnected and play a vital role in sustaining life. So continued research in respiratory health can lead to provide a treatment for respiratory diseases. So there is a strong interconnection between these three processes. So if we keep researching in the area of respiration, inhalation, and exhalation, it might lead to the development of a better treatment for respiratory diseases. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. This is where we are going to stop, and I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe and join my YouTube community.